Hello, third graders. We are on our week 8 in math, and this week's focus skill is NC.3.0A.3 or solve one-step multiplication and division word problems. So when you say one step, that means we are going to use one operation to solve for the unknown in the problems. I hope that you are ready. Make sure that you have a pen or a pencil and a paper or a notebook to write your notes. Okay, boys and girls, let's begin with our first problem. All right, I am ready to read the problem. Read along with me. The direction says, model each problem with a drawing. Then write an equation using a letter to represent the unknown. And then, of course, solve for the unknown. The first problem says, each student gets 3 pencils. There are a total of 21 pencils. How many students are there? Now, boys and girls, make sure that we also label the numbers that we saw in the problem. I know that 3 is my size because it says each student gets 3 pencils. Now I already know that my total is 21, and of course, the unknown is your group. Now since the unknown is students, we can use S for the letter, okay? Alright, boys and girls, I am ready to draw. The best diagram here is our tape diagram because we can model the group, the size, and the total. Here we go. I know that there's 21 pencils, so that's my total. I also know that each student gets 3, but I don't know how many students. And so, now we know we can skip count by 3 and stop on 21 to get how many students there are. Let's go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Let's count how many students we made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we found that the group is 7. We also know that our size is 3. I labeled my tape diagram completely. Now it's time for me to write the equation. In this problem, since we have the total, that means we can actually write our division problem. If you're confused about it, you can start with your multiplication problem, just like this. Group times size equals total. I don't know my group, so that's my S for students. I know my size is 3, and of course my total is 21. So since we have our total, we know that this is division, because in division, we do T divided by S equals G, or T divided by G equals S. So since we know that the group is unknown, we can use the first equation. Let's plug or substitute the numbers given in the problem. My T is 21 divided by S, which is 3, and our unknown is the number of students or the number of groups. So now we know that there's 7. We say 21 divided by 3 equals 7. S is equal to 7. Don't forget to write your statement. How many students are there? There are 7 students. Alright, boys and girls, we are done with problem 1. Now let's go to problem 2. Here we go. Problem 2 says, Henry spends 24 minutes practicing 6 different basketball drills. He spends the same amount of time on each drill. How much time does Henry spend on each drill? Okay, now let's label our numbers. G for group, S is for size, and T is for total. Now we know 24 minutes is actually the total number of minutes that he spends time practicing different basketball drills. So this is my total. The 6 here is the different basketball drills. Now we don't know how many minutes he spends for each drill. So that means our unknown is actually the size, and of course your group is your 6. Now we are ready to draw our tape diagram. I know that my total is 24 minutes. Do we know how many groups? Yes, we do. So we can just divide this into 6 boxes. We don't know the size. Okay, now, boys and girls, we know how to use our multiplication facts. Okay, we know that there's 6 groups, and we know that the total is 24. How many minutes fit in the box to get 24? Let's start by skip counting. Maybe by 2s is the easiest fact. Let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But we didn't reach 24, so why don't we add more? 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And of course, I reached 24 minutes. Now what's the answer? What's our size? Our size is 2 plus 2 is actually 4. This is the unknown. Now, let's write our number sentence. Make sure that we match our tape diagram. G times S equals T. My G is 6. I don't know my S, so since it's how much time, I'm going to write M for minutes and equals 24. Now, boys and girls, we know that this is again a division sentence. Let's see what equation will help us. T divided by G equals S, or T divided by S equals G. Which one is the unknown again? The size. So this is the equation that we are going to follow. T is 24. G is 6. And of course, the answer is 4. Because we know that 6 times 4 equals 24. So your answer is M is 4 minutes. That means each drill, he spends 4 minutes. Let's answer. How much time does Henry spend on each drill? He spends 4 minutes on each drill. Alright, boys and girls, we are done with our problem number 2. Let's go to our last problem. Here we go. Problem number 3. It says, Jessica has 8 pieces of yarn. For a project, each piece of yarn is 6 centimeters long. What is the total length of the yarn? Let's label G, S, and T. I already know that my unknown is the total. I know that 8 pieces of yarn, if you're going to divide the yarn into 8 pieces, we already know that that's your group. It's just like a tape diagram that's divided into 8 pieces. And of course, each piece of yarn is 6 centimeters. We know that it's the size of the group. Now I'm ready to draw. Again, this is the yarn. And we have 8 pieces. So what we do is we just divide our yarn into 8 equal pieces. And each has 6. Now, let's see what the total is. We don't know. So, G times S equals T. I think this is the equation that we can use to solve the problem. Here we go. G is 8. S is 6. and t is unknown. If you skip count by 6, you can get 48. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. So your t is 48. 48, what's your unit? It's 48 centimeters long. Let's answer this question. What is the total length of the yarn? The total length of the yarn is 48 centimeters. All right, boys and girls, we are done with the 3 problems. I hope that you continue practicing by answering 1 or even 2 problems on your lesson extension. Good luck. Have a good day. Bye.